Welcome back to the channel. We just had the new update go live a few hours ago. And let me just unpack what has happened quickly and go over some of the different events going on right now. So just to make sure, check your important mail. It's going to be exclamation point, but in case it wasn't, you should have had your guild talents renew, giving you back all of your marks that you had spent. And in the guild talents, they changed the system. It's no longer light, dark, all. So the all classes bonus is still, roughly the same, but now they have specific class bonuses with different benefits. So most of us are going to be heavily going into the mage right here, and you can see it reduces damage by warriors and increased damage to warriors. But there's a nice talent I want to point out that my guild was talking about is this ranger bonus. Increases damage to mages and reduces damage by mages. So this could be sneaky really good. I'm not sure if this applies to everyone, because if this applies to all your classes, then that would be pretty nuts, right? You could kind of go against the meta, try and reduce the damage by mages, and maybe it'll help out. I'll have to do some testing in the future, but for now, I'll probably just throw most of my stuff in the all class bonuses before I do some testing. Is there a reset button? I am not sure if we see one. There used to be a reset here, but I'm not seeing one, so I don't believe it can. It consumed 80% of the gold and 100% returned, 500 diamonds. So it looks like we can reset it. I'll just have to look and try and figure out how in the future. So jumping over to, just jump over to the wilderness. You probably had access to this Hadal trial and tried it out. So I did it all yesterday, right before reset. And we do have weekly resets and daily resets. So I did all the fights and we got 3 resets here. So make sure you're going in every day if you can to just get your fights in. The lineups do save, which is nice, and you can swap them. And they're pretty easy battles. You can just hit the skip all. And when you beat the treasure one, you get access to this treasure heroic spirit. And I'm not sure how I got this yesterday with just spending gold and not diamonds, and I bought it. But I don't know if it's worth spending diamonds. I'll have to do some math. It's only 80, so it's not that expensive, but I just don't like to spend diamonds in places where it may or may not benefit me. And we do have these trial bonuses here to get some additional rewards and some more of this reshaped dust. And we can go over to that area as well in a second. So that reshaped dust is going to be used over in here in the Horcrux. So you should have gotten your core pillar refunded too if you already had it, or any of your other statues. And once you have it maxed out, this Ignite tab is where you'll be spending these. And you'll be able to get different stats depending upon what you go for, along with some additional different stats. I'm going to do this in a different video. There's a lot going on here. You can see that we get tons of extra stats as you go further. We also got a huge update to the Contract Island, which was really needed in my opinion. So now over in the Beast Clash and the Freedom Sanctum, they have these tier rewards where they give tons of extra stuff along the way while you're clearing it. So we were able to get, I can't show you all the way down in the past, but I was able to get a ton of fragments for the first non, uh, the small beast. And over here in the Freedom Sanctum, the same thing, got a ton of fragments along with some War Spirit summon stones, which is great. Another thing I want to point out here is the contract shop has been updated. So this is what I was talking about. We got a ton of these fragments. If you've cleared as far as I have, you'll get them along the way for the Aura Shard and the Whisper Wind Beast. And now you can, once you hit the max star, they are able to be refunded. And I'll show you here because I have some extra. I still need to get 100 more to max the Whisper Beast up. But once you have either one of them maxed out, you'll be able to convert these into these War Spirit hearts, which are used to upgrade. So I'll do that right now. You can hit go, and this is where you'll be able to upgrade. Do you have to go in a specific order? It looks like you may have to just go in a certain order. I wasn't sure how to get these before, but now obviously clear. So since there's just a specific order you have to go, I'll just click my way through. And there, I'm stuck until I hit the 1200. So just a bunch of extra free stats, right? Another great thing is obviously with all those extra shards as you clear further, you'll be able to get more war spirits and beasts. I spent my 100 to get Marcus, and so now I have 4 or 5 of the 6 war spirits, which is great. So I just need one more to get the full collection, and I'll probably grab one of these later as well. They give you a lot more of the fantasy beast shards, which is great. What else has happened here? I feel like there's been so much. It's kind of hard to point it all out. I did have a comment for here for the lanterns, and I want to touch base on this. For the reward section, unless you're a spender, the only 2 that you can really kind of bank on getting is the first 2. So I can hop over in here. This first one, I kind of always tend to go for the artifacts because they have the most impact for your account. They're used regardless, they're always on your characters, specific characters. So when there's certain events that have limitations on gear, these will go through regardless. So that's why I kind of tend to favor these. But if you haven't had a Star Hub gear or pet, these are really good as well. But like I said, this is going to be, I have never pulled one. I don't even know what the odds are. We could probably look at the top. It's super, super rare for these top couple ones. For this one, honestly, I would say it's probably in your best interest to go for the Holy Blades or the Golden Flame Phoenix. These 3 are probably the best. I just clicked this. It honestly doesn't matter because I wasn't expecting to get it. But these are probably the best. This is upgrading your talisman. This would be upgrading your Ten Yao gear. And these are for the the hero transfer. So, this is just extra random stats. I think I put it on there just wondering, like, oh, maybe I'll get one of these. But realistically, it's probably best to just upgrade your gear and not worry about these unless you're a spender. Confirm. For the rest of them, though, once you get down to the bottom, let's focus on the ones that really matter, these 2. And we can even look at this one. It's really hard to say what's best. I went with these because I like to rank up my heroes, and I could really use these. And for this one over here, now that we have the new system, I would say this is the better of the go. The new Horcrux system actually uses these, and we're going to need a lot of them, I would assume. So they're harder to get, the face stones. So I would go with this one. I'd pull them before the change. And for that last one, the best luck, which you have a chance of getting, I went with this because this is the hero transfer, and they're harder to get. If you want initial faster impact on your account, the Origins of Fire, or if you need some Ten Yao, will probably give you more initial impact. I went with these because I want a chance of just getting that hero transfer, which is a lot harder for me to rank up. And as to how far you should go, I did my free 10 pulls, but realistically, you should go for at least this chest, which I'm going to do in a minute, because you'll be able to get one of these Golden Phoenix Flames for a cheap cost of, I think it's 4,000. If you went further, you can get 2 more Phoenix Flames, Flame Phoenix. But it costs I think someone I was talking about it. Let me just look at what the blessing packs. I think you need to buy this 7 times. So 2 times it's 14,000 versus 4. So I'm just going to go with the 4,000 and get my 1 chest. I'm not going to go all the way. It's just too expensive. And I'll just do that real quick for you just so you can see it. And maybe we get crazy lucky. You get a free couple extra pulls too afterwards. 2 more pulls. And we get the blessing shop too, I believe. Yes. And from this bottom row, I always just go with the fate selectors You'll eventually get Reforged Stone and stuff. It's just really hard for me. I just like to go with this. Don't know if it's the best or not. It's just what I tend to go with. And make sure you click up here, get your last pull in. And as you can see, I didn't even get any luck from these. I think I got one before when I was first pulling. And that's just my recommendation to how I would do the lanterns for good fortune. If you're doing all the stuff, you should be able to get basically all the top items from this festive market. I'm going to wait till the last day, but for me, my two priorities are going to be these two. And then I'll probably go for the mythic equipment and then just work my way literally straight down the list and try and get all the top stuff. But I think from the key up is all the high priority stuff. I just don't know exactly how many of these we'll get. I think the last one I was able to get all that top row. And then afterwards, you just buy what you have depending upon what place you place in for the fight. Because there are one tournament little thing within here. The Yeti's asleep right now. Where is he? Way up here. When he is awake, Bigfoot, whoever gets in first gets a little bit more. So depending upon where you're placing, you could get a little bit more than others. And in case you didn't know, you can just click on these icons here and it brings you right to them. So save you some time in case you were just walking around. And obviously don't forget to collect your daily reward each day along with the other rewards. Great 5,000 diamonds. We love to see it. And what else is going on? Obviously, we have the recruit here. I think I have enough to get to the 300 pulls. So let me do that real quick too. Gold, can we get lucky? I got faked out. That's not gold in my ass. And I think that got me the 300, yes. So make sure, as I mentioned before, and I'll mention 1,000 times, if you're free to play, save a few of these. Don't use them all this tournament. I believe I'll get 20 more. Yeah, when I get rank her up to 10 star. So let's actually grab the hero. I can rank her up to 10 star right now. I'll do that in another video. Let's do the last pull. Guaranteed gold. We're going to skip the animation. I'll have another video on her, I'm sure, in a day or two. Was there anything else? All right, so we talked about that. The Star Vault. Yeah, they just added the Fate Horcrux, and these other ones must be insane. I have to try and grab these. Looks like they make it easier just to get, though. Only 10? I wonder when there's certain times where you can buy these, so it might be really cheap to just get your hands on one of them, which is a great change because before it was like 40,000 diamonds or something to get one, and even more ridiculous for the other one. And I think that's everything quickly in a nutshell. Oh, almost forgot. There's one more giant endless abyss here. The Inferno mode. Some extra challenges for everyone. Honestly, starting off, it's really cool. You get two teams that go on at the same time. I kind of just threw the Nimbus squad, and then I threw the two other antagonists and the poker squads together, and it's kind of just rolling. It's at the very beginning. It's nice you can just hit exit and let it go on its own, and then hop back in when they are done. Collect your rewards. Great to see free diamonds, free rewards. We need all the free rewards. But for all the extra shops, the only one that's kind of potentially worth it, from what I'm hearing, isn't here. We have the support bundle for here. This could be worth it when you compare it to the flywheel. 20,000 diamonds for a war spirit is not that bad, and you're getting some level up materials. It's not that much. But the contract notes are nice as well because of all the extra stuff they added to the shop. So it's not the worst value. I think this is much better than any of the other ones just because the war spirits are that much more impactful. So over in here, you're getting the same thing, but just the fantasy beasts are just not the same level because they have Star Hub versions. Whereas the war spirits, they get empowered to be Star Hub. So it's just more impactful longer term. So would not recommend these beasts, but definitely the War Spirits if you're a light spender or have a lot of extra diamonds and you need a War Spirit or two. Not a bad place to spend it. And like you see, we can just hit return, collect our rewards, and then just keep challenging, pushing on. Go to the next one, same thing. Start, exit. So it's a really nice feature right there. And I almost forgot, I was just staring right in here. So in the guild trials here, we have the support flag. So you get to have one of your buddies attack one extra time. Make sure they're active, right? I just click on the first one, the one that was most recent. You get some rewards for doing that. Also, if you didn't notice, the guild battle, you have two teams to fight. It makes it a little bit more interesting. It's still kind of competitive for your guild. So next time I'm not working when it's happening, I'll try and make a video on that. It's pretty straightforward though. And I think that's everything now. I'm probably missing like 5 or 6 more things, but hope you found this video helpful. Let me know in the comments what you thought was the best part of this update, and please like and subscribe. You know the deal, and have a wonderful day and happy holidays. Take care.